Travis went good, so yeah, as you can see, in a new location, nobody came out to do their rounds to open up the community room doors. And it's these types of anomalies on coincidental days that has me suspicious, especially after getting death threats and having previous assassination attempts. I mean, my God. Seriously, every time I try to do a video, the others in the area just pick up their volume. The hell is up with that? So, learning of the Jews. That's the Book of Mormon. It says it's written in the learning of the Jews. And it talks about a little later in about the manner of prophesying among the Jews. This is how the Book of Mormon was written. It was written as a manner of prophecy according to the learning of the Jews. So where else do we have examples of the learning of the Jews, the manner of prophesying? That's right, the Bible. And so it quotes from Isaiah, it quotes from other passages in the Bible, quotes from the 1769 English translation, quotes, yeah. But nonetheless, this is the manner in which Joseph Smith wrote many stuff. And Mormons think it's literal. And they're wrong, just as Christians are wrong about the Bible being literal. It's written in the learning of the Jews, the manner of prophesying. And so it's not literal histories. And so you get to Doctrine and Covenants, section 45, for example. Joseph Smith tells you, I'm going to write this according to the manner in which the learning of the Jews is, and their manner of prophesying. And I don't think he has a key. I don't think he'll let us in anyway. But, and so it's not literal. It's not the Jews, not Jesus, not anything else. But it says it is. Because it's the learning of the Jews. He's not letting us in. And the manner of prophesying. And so, who is he talking to then? Who does it represent? And he tells us. It's to Mormons. Nobody else. And so you replace Mormons with Jews. That's how you understand correctly what is being talked about. And so when Joseph Smith tells us in section 103 verse 16 that it's a Mormon, you're supposed to put in a Mormon in every single passage with that person. And so, not Jesus. That is the manner in which that's our origin. And that's long gone from everybody. And so, here's another example. In the Book of Abraham. Egyptologists claim Joseph Smith did not render a correct translation of any of the texts. Now, when you understand Egyptologists and how they know what they know, you learn that they only know how to translate according to the decipherment rendered from the Rosetta Stone that had the hieratic hieroglyphic, Demotic, and Greek texts. The Greeks specifically transformed the Egyptian to their Greek to try to be able to speak it, because it's dead. And so that's as far as the sign list goes for the language of Egyptian. You've got some who produced more than what Sir Alan Gardner produced in his sign list. Budge, I think, produced a little more, but we don't use budges. But nonetheless, there are still signs that are larger than the text, such as the facsimiles that we have. Facsimile 2 and 3, there's text along with larger size hieroglyphs. Those larger size hieroglyphs, for the most part, are not listed in any sign list because Egyptologists don't believe they can be translated. And they won't come out and say, we don't know if they need to be translated, because that's why they're not in the sign list. No, they say, oh, we've got a pretty good handle on everything in Egyptology. Yeah, no, they lied to you. Their PhD education lies to us. Because Joseph Smith, demonstrating how the learning of the Jews in the manner of prophesying is, does it with Abraham chapter 1, with facsimile number 1, Abraham chapter 3 and 4 with facsimile number 2. He's doing it in the same manner in which the Bible was plagiarized, produced, composed. They too, for every passage in the Bible, referred to an Egyptian picture scene. The language, the documents. And so for Genesis chapter 1, Heliopolis creation glyph, with Nut, Geb, and Father Shu in between, separating them. And we also know that Genesis chapter 2, well, no, they don't know. Just me know, because me discover it. Me Tarzan, me like Jane. Yeah, it's the same hieroglyph. It's the same story. They haven't changed to a different text. All of the biblical scholarly world believes that they came from two separate texts that were composed together into one. No. It's the same Heliopolis creation glyph. It's talking about the same thing. And so, once this is understood, then you go back to what Joseph Smith did, and what do you know? He is translating it correctly. He's doing it according to the learning of the Jews and their manner of prophesying, which means it's not literal history either. Which means there's something important he's trying to tell us with the Book of Abraham. So, he never got to Joseph Smith Papyra, as he named it. He never got to facsimile number 3, which is a wedding ceremony, Egyptologists. Dear God, how could they blow that one? I'll say a judgment scene similarity, but yes, true. That's part of the marriage ceremony. But, dear God, she's holding his hand as the prince. Just because Joseph Smith switched them in characters, got that one wrong, but still, he's right. The prince holding the hand of a woman before his father on the throne, with his mother standing behind the throne. And Egyptologists are unaware of the 18th dynasty with Hatshepsut? Dear God. So, yeah, it's a real simple concept once you figure it out. And the only way to figure it out is to know how the learning of the Jews wrote, their manner of prophesying. Until then, People come up with all sorts of nonsense, trying to explain things without the proper premises leading to the conclusion. And so they just come off as unintelligent, despite their PhD attached to their name.